Welcome to day 289 of our Let's Grow annual challenge. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, and today we're talking about different communication styles with respect to our communication growth. So the most common breakdown for different types of communication style, although there's many, and we'll talk about a few different things with respect to this topic tomorrow based on our emotions and our personality and what shows up when we're under stress, etc. But today, let's just talk about the four main types of communication styles. First and foremost is assertive, where it's a balance between strength and empathy, and you are communicating in a way that respects other people but also respects you and your own boundaries and your own communication style. Assertive means you stand up for yourself in a way that doesn't harm other people. At least this is my opinion. The next style is passive. Passive is like the silent stufferer, the silent struggler who wants to speak up but really just doesn't because they don't want to have conflict or feel rejected or think people don't love them. Mostly we keep quiet out of fear. I could give some examples of that, like what's going on right now in the political climate. People just aren't talking about it because they don't want to cause strife in their relationships and with family and friends based on something that you only get one vote for. You don't get to control the outcome of it. So a lot of people are just being passive and not saying anything about what they think or what they feel about the current state of affairs in the United States. Aggressive is the bulldozer. Now, I would say when I was younger, I don't know if I was aggressive, but I was definitely on the aggressive, stronger side of assertive as a child, as a teenager, and then I kind of mellowed out when I went into corporate America because an aggressive style doesn't work in corporate America for women usually. At least that's what I found out pretty early on in my career. And I don't think I was ever aggressive, always competitive, always passionate, always strong-willed, but open-minded and strong-willed. But that one's considered the bull in the china shop, which I have been accused of being, as well as the bulldozer. And I think bulldozer is probably the best way to describe an aggressive communicator. Sometimes they feel like a bully. Sometimes they do bully in their communication, which really tends to backfire and never really work out in the end, especially in group and team environments. And our fourth style is passive aggressive, where that's like the subtle saboteur. What comes to mind to me is President Biden going on national television for pretty much breaking his radio silence to say that Kamala Harris has been involved in everything that this administration has done, which is the exact opposite of what they're trying to do in her campaign. And so that is an example of a passive-aggressive move when it comes to something that just comes to mind that's recent. We've all been influenced and we've all been involved with each one of these different styles. Heck, we might even all have used these styles on a subconscious level or on a conscious level in different situations as we're communicating. But how do we know? Now, first, I want you to answer the question in the comments below. What is your predominant communication style right now? Is it assertive? Is it passive? Is it passive aggressive? Is it aggressive? Share in the comments below. Just one, just what it is most of the time. None of these are good or bad, right? It just means that we need to be adaptable and flexible when it comes to communicating with other people and building relationships, because people tend to respond most positively to people that communicate in a similar way to them. Not always true, but in many situations. So we want to be aware of what is our style and what is the style of people that we're around. I can tell you, in my family alone, we got all four styles. And we see all four styles in different situations all the time. We need to be adaptable and flexible when it comes to, if we're communicating with somebody that's communicating in an assertive way, our best response is to respond in an assertive way and stand up for ourselves and respect them like they're standing up for themselves and respecting us. But we have to be adaptable. If we're dealing with an aggressive communicator and we're in a situation that is not appropriate, then we need to be able to confidently stand up to that and be flexible in our style, and maybe we need to put on a little more pressure with our communication. We need to be empathetic and listen attentively and understand what the other's perspective is. This is probably one of the most important things when it comes to communication and getting our message across is, are we paying attention? Are we listening, or are we just waiting for our chance to talk? And then finally, clarity is important. We need to be clear, concise, honest, and authentic in our communication, no matter what style we are. So our action item today: share one of the lessons that you've learned about dealing with different communication styles, or dealing with these different communication styles in your own communication. What's something that you discovered works for you or just doesn't work for you? Yeah, I had a passive-aggressive ex-spouse. Didn't work for me. And just plain aggressive, which really didn't work for me. All right. Any questions, hit me up. Otherwise, we've got Vince's story and guide to the Let's Grow Angel Challenge private Facebook group page, so you can learn how the different styles impacted him, and his ability to adapt and be flexible with his own style gave him much better results than if he just was a bulldozer and only communicated in his one style, which that wasn't his, by the way. All right, any questions, ask. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow. Have an amazing day, and we'll continue to talk about communication topics till we get to our growing process, and then we will pick an area, so you might as well start thinking about it, of communication that we want to grow in, a goal area we want to work on between now and the end of the year. All right, have an awesome day. I'll be with you tomorrow. Bye.